My name is Tim Cohane. I'm the Senior Director of Finance Administration for LaunchDarkly. Prior to using SaaSOptics, I was the first head of finance, first full-time finance hire for the company. The company really wasn't doing revenue recognition in any meaningful way. The only revenue statistic they tracked was ARR. So this added a capability that we just frankly didn't have before. We had no real easy way to produce GAAP financials. We've been using SaaSOptics for just over a year now. I think we got implemented last summer. Prior to joining in the beginning of 2018, I was with another company called Topongo, where I also introduced SaaSOptics. So I was familiar with the product, knew exactly that it was the solution that I needed coming into this environment. So I didn't really look at too many other options at that point because I was already fairly familiar, knew it could handle our transaction volume. We've got a pretty good system today. And in fact, I've been able to run the finance department in its entirety as a one-man shop for the first year or so that we've had SaaSOptics. So that kind of automation is pretty helpful. And I've got to say that the cohort net retention charts that come out of SaaSOptics was when I was able to produce that and show that to our CEO and our founder, who does most of our investor relations work, laying the groundwork for a recent Series C. She was thrilled, frankly, what that could produce.
Yeah.
And that's become a standard part of our story for investors because we've had a lot of success with our product and its retention and continued upsell by our customers. In terms of kind of what we've gotten out of the product, it's kind of hard to measure ROI because it was introducing some capabilities that we just frankly couldn't do before. We have we have over 800 customers at this point, closing in on 900. So to do that via spreadsheets is just a task that frankly I don't want to contemplate. We have a mix of lots of monthly billing as well as annual billing. So trying to translate all that into spreadsheets. At this point in time, I don't know that I'd ever want to go back to that world, given our growth and given the sort of customer base that we have today.